Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're now in the digest segment and focusing on the winter weather that is occurring here. We've got snow for the next couple of days, and we're blessed to have one of the best street supervisors in Dane County, Wisconsin, maybe even America. I'm just saying. It's Mark Hodel. Mark, welcome back to the show, joining us via phone. Appreciate you taking the time out. How are we doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Jeremy?
You know, Mark, I am doing wonderful. I had a chance to get out on the roads this morning after your staff were out plowing, and boy, did that snow come off the road pretty good this morning.
It did. We're lucky that the road temperatures are actually above freezing right now. Looks like they will be till about 4 o'clock, too. So hopefully it will just kind of take care of itself from now on.
That does work. Mark, did we have to going into this, did you do any pre-treating of the road or any special stuff here, or is it just temperatures and Mother Nature?
Right. No, we actually did not. This time there was a lot of residual salt left on the roads, so we did not do any pre-treating. We did get out and scrape the main roads and the centers of the residential streets this morning and gave them a little bit of salt, and that little bit of salt and the scraping seems to be making them hold up as far as right now is concerned.
Yeah, we're looking at some video shot this morning heading out on Lacey Road through Fitrona. As you had said, really the roads being warm enough here, it's more of a slushy mix. As you move into the night, I know it's hard to predict how this is all going to fall, but what is the plan moving at least overnight into tomorrow morning's commute?
Well, just from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like everything should be okay for, quite a while until the snow picks up, and I don't know if that's going to be throughout the night. We'll get a little bit more, 1 to 2 inches, and we might have to relook at them, early in the morning for the morning commute. And obviously, we'll keep our eyes on it tonight, too, make sure nothing gets slippery, but if things continue on like they are, I think things should be fine.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I would, again, just very surprised from the coming in to about an hour turning around and going back outside, and just seemed to be really nice out there. As we push then in, something you had told us a while back when we were looking at a snowstorm a few weeks ago is we do have a limited crew. So how do you judge on how many times you got to bring in your staff against a couple of day storm like this? How do we make that judgment?
Well, it's really, you just got to kind of play the weather and the rush hour traffic and try to have the roads in good shape when the peak traffic hours are, and the guys get rest, during the night if at all possible.
Right. And as more snow continues to fall and it sticks around here, does that pose any challenges for you, or is there extra work that goes in to make more room for snow, all of those things? What are you doing on that front?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely getting to be some areas that, we have to remove snow that it starts to build up on the bridges, and when we're done plowing the streets, we do the bus shelter. We have to clean bus shelters out, and it's usually a couple days worth of work after a snowstorm happens.
Sure. Mark, how many crew do we have and trucks that go out and do the cleaning, at least on the public work side of things?
Sure. We have 10 trucks that most people probably see, around single axle dump trucks. And then we have one 1-ton that does some of these smaller roads that are harder to get through with the larger trucks. So 11 total are working on the streets. And
in general, do we have an amount of snow that triggers you to get the crews out there? Is it like 1 inch, 2 inch, 10 inches? How do you make that call for when you're going to go out and start removing snow from the roads?
Sure. There's a policy we follow. We have roads that are main roads, and we have residential roads, and there are different classes. But generally, the main roads, McKee Road, Seminole Highway, Wayland, those higher speed roads, we try to keep clear during peak travel times. On neighborhoods, we generally start plowing with 2 inches of accumulated. But
Yeah,
and then of course the guys have to play the future forecast too. If it's supposed to get cold, you don't want that snow sitting on the streets and turning into ice. So
Mark, I've been told you have the best crystal ball out there for figuring this stuff out. Does that sound right?
no.
I
I
told
watch a lot of weather.
I told them no complicated questions, but that may have been borderline there. Mark, finally, safety always a number one concern for you and for everybody passing through Fitchburg. Just a quick few reminders when our plow crews are out there. What can our drivers remember when they do see our crews doing their job?
Yep, definitely just give the guys some room. They do occasionally have to back up. Don't pull up behind them, and just kind of give them room and be patient. They're trying to make the road better for everybody.
Mark, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank all the crew for a great job so far, and good luck the rest of the storm. And we'll try to check in with you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
All right, that's Mark Hodel, your street supervisor here for Public Works. Always appreciate the time, and he's a good guy. Let me tell you, really nice, and we appreciate all the time that he takes out to help us tell you what's going on out there. All right, we'll take a quick break. Coming up next, we'll take you out to the new location of Dane County Emergency Management right here in the city of Fitchburg. That's next here on Talking Fitchburg.